Hey everyone, and welcome to our Python for Everyone series. Today we are kicking off your journey into one of the most powerful and honestly one of the most fun programming languages out there. So, have you ever had a cool idea for a web app? Or maybe you've wanted to make sense of a giant pile of data? Or you're just really curious about artificial intelligence? If any of that sounds like you, then you are in the perfect place. Python is really the key that can unlock all of those doors. And your journey, it really does start right here, right now. By the end of this explainer, you're going to have a Python environment completely set up and running on your computer, all ready for you to write your very first line of code. So, let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. What in the world is Python anyway?
Well, you can think of it like a set of instructions you give to a computer. But here's what makes Python so special, especially when you're just starting out. It's syntax. That's the set of rules for how you write it. It's designed to be so clean and readable that it almost looks like you're writing a sentence in plain English. And because it's so simple, you get to focus on solving problems, not just trying to remember a bunch of complicated code.
And because of that brilliant simplicity, it's used, well, just about everywhere. Data scientists use it to analyze numbers and create incredible charts. Web developers use it to build the entire backend of major websites. AI researchers are using it to build the future with machine learning. And lots of us just use it to automate boring, repetitive tasks on our computers. It's just so incredibly versatile.
And we're not just talking about small projects here. Python is the engine running behind some of the biggest companies in the world. We're talking about Google's search algorithms, the recommendation engine on Netflix that somehow knows exactly what movie you want to watch next, NASA's incredible scientific calculations for exploring space, even Pixar uses it in their animation software.
So here's the most important thing to remember. While it's powerful enough for NASA, it's absolutely simple enough for you and me. You don't need some fancy computer science degree to get going. All you really need is a little bit of curiosity.
All right, now for the main event, actually getting Python onto your computer. You've got a few different options here, and I like to think of them as different paths you can take on your coding adventure. Let's figure out which one is the perfect fit for you.
So, our first stop, and the one I recommend for most people starting out, especially if you're interested in data, is something called Anaconda. The best way to think about it is like an all-in-one toolkit. It doesn't just give you Python, it gives you Python and hundreds of the most popular tools that data scientists rely on every single day, all bundled up in one easy-to-install package.
And getting it installed is super straightforward. You just go to the Anaconda website, choose whether you're on Windows, Mac, or Linux, and download the latest Python 3 version. Then you just run that installer, and honestly, for the most part, you can just click Next through all the options. It takes care of all the tricky stuff for you, so you're ready to start coding in just a few minutes.
Now, Anaconda is fantastic, but it's not the only game in town. Let's take a look at 3 other really powerful options that might actually be a better fit for what you want to do.
Anaconda comes with this amazing tool called a Jupyter Notebook. But what if you don't really need that whole big Anaconda toolbox, and you just want a simple place to learn and experiment? Well, you can install Jupyter all by itself. It is a fantastic way to write and test your code in these little, manageable chunks and see the results right away. For this one, the first step is to install Python directly from its official home at python.org. Once you've got that done, you just open up your computer's terminal or command line and type in this simple command: pip install notebook. Yep, it's that easy. Okay, but maybe you're thinking a little bigger. If you can see yourself building larger applications, or maybe you dream of becoming a software developer one day, then you should definitely check out Visual Studio Code, or as most people call it, VS Code. It's a lightweight but super powerful code editor that's a huge favorite among professional developers.
Getting VS Code set up for Python is also a piece of cake. You just download it from the website, install it, and then pop over to the little Extensions tab on the side. From there, you just search for and install the official Python extension made by Microsoft. Just like that, you'll have professional tools like code completion and debugging right at your fingertips.
But what if you can't install any software on your computer? Maybe it's a school laptop or a work computer with restrictions. Or what if you just want to start coding like in the next 30 seconds? Well, for that, there's Google Colab.
Honestly, this is the easiest path, period. It's a full Python environment that just runs in your web browser. There's literally nothing to install. You just go to the website and you can start writing code immediately. And what's really cool is that you can save and share your work just like a Google Doc, which makes it absolutely perfect for working on projects with others.
Okay, wow, we've covered 4 great options. So the big question is, which one is right for you? Let's just break it down really quickly.
If you're a beginner or you want to get into data science and you just want everything in one simple package, go with Anaconda. If you want a more minimal setup just for learning step by step, then a standalone Jupyter Notebook is a great choice. If you've got dreams of building bigger projects down the line, start with VS Code. And if you want absolutely zero setup and love to share your work, Google Colab is your answer.
So, no matter which path you chose, congratulations. You have just taken the single most important step on this entire journey.
You're all set. You now have a working Python environment. You've got the tools, you've got the setup, and you are officially ready to start programming. Seriously, that's a huge accomplishment.
So yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Your coding journey has officially begun. The only question left is, what are you going to build first? We'll start digging into that in our next explainer. I'll see you there.